Have you ever felt like you were different from everyone else? Like there was something special inside you that you couldn't quite explain? Maybe you've noticed that strangers often tell you their deepest secrets, or that you can feel other people's emotions as if they were your own. These aren't just random experiences. They're signs that you might be a chosen one. Think about it. Throughout your life, you've probably felt like you didn't quite fit in, while others seemed happy following the usual path. Something inside you always knew there was more to life than what meets the eye. That feeling wasn't wrong. In fact, it was your inner wisdom trying to wake you up to who you really are. Every day, more people are waking up to their true identity. They're realizing that the strange experiences they've had, the deep feelings they couldn't explain, and the pull towards helping others, it all means something bigger. These aren't just coincidences or weird quirks of personality. They're signs of your true nature trying to break through. What I'm about to share with you isn't just another spiritual theory or feel-good story. This is about understanding who you really are and why you're here. When you realize you're a chosen one, suddenly all those weird experiences start making sense. Those times when you knew things before they happened, when you felt drawn to heal others, or when you couldn't stop yourself from speaking truth even when it was hard, they all have a deeper meaning. But being a chosen one isn't just about having special gifts or abilities. It's about understanding your role in making the world better. Right now, our world is changing faster than ever before. More and more people are waking up, questioning things, and looking for answers. And that's exactly why chosen ones like you are so important right now. Think about how much pain and confusion exists in the world today. People are looking for answers, for healing, for truth. They need guides who can show them the way. People who have already started waking up to their true nature. That's where you come in. Your gifts, your sensitivity, your deep understanding, these aren't burdens. They're tools you were given to help others during these changing times. Let's talk about the first type of chosen one, the Awaken guide. If you're this type, you've probably noticed that people naturally come to you for advice. Even strangers feel comfortable telling you their problems, and somehow, you always know just what to say to help them feel better. It's like you have a built-in compass that helps others find their way. Being an Awaken guide means you're naturally tuned into other people's growth journeys. You can see the potential in others, even when they can't see it themselves. When someone's stuck in a problem, you don't just see the problem. You see the lesson they need to learn from it. This isn't something you learn from books or training. It's a natural part of who you are. In everyday life, you might find yourself having deep conversations with people when everyone else is just talking about the weather. People often tell you, "I've never told anyone this before," or "I don't know why I'm telling you this." That's because they can sense your ability to understand and guide without judgment. Your presence makes others feel safe to explore their deeper truths. As an Awaken guide, you might sometimes feel overwhelmed by how many people come to you for help. It might seem like everywhere you go, someone needs your guidance. This isn't a coincidence. Your energy naturally draws people who are ready to grow and change. You're like a lighthouse for souls who are ready to wake up to their own truth. But here's something important to understand. Being an Awaken guide doesn't mean you have to have all the answers. Your real gift isn't in telling people what to do. It's in helping them find their own answers. When you're talking with someone, you might notice that the right questions just naturally pop into your mind. That's your intuitive guidance at work. Sometimes you might feel tired from helping so many people. You might wonder why everyone always comes to you with their problems. Remember that this is part of your gift, but it's also important to learn when to set boundaries. Your first responsibility is to keep your own light bright. That means taking time to recharge and nurture yourself. In the bigger picture, Awaken guides play a crucial role in today's world. You're not just helping individuals, you're helping raise the consciousness of the whole planet. Each person you guide towards their truth creates a ripple effect that touches countless others. Your seemingly small conversations can lead to big transformations. Think about the times when you've helped someone see something from a different perspective. Maybe they came to you feeling stuck or confused, and after talking with you, they suddenly saw their situation clearly. That's the magic of being an Awaken guide. You help people shift from confusion to clarity, from fear to understanding. One of your special abilities is seeing the connections between things. When someone tells you their story, you can often spot patterns they've never noticed. You might say something like, "Have you noticed this keeps happening when..." And suddenly they have an aha moment. These insights aren't random. They're part of your natural ability to see the deeper meaning in life's experiences. The world needs Awaken guides now more than ever. With so many people feeling lost and searching for meaning, your ability to guide others toward their truth is precious. You help people remember who they really are and what they're capable of becoming. This isn't just about giving advice. It's about helping others wake up to their own inner wisdom. When we talk about energy healers, we're not just talking about people who do healing as a job. If you're this type of chosen one, you naturally heal others just by being around them. People often feel better after spending time with you, even if you didn't do anything specific to help them. It's like your presence itself carries healing energy. As an energy healer, you might notice that you feel other people's pain, both physical and emotional, in your own body. Maybe you've walked into a room and suddenly felt sad, only to find out later that someone there was going through a tough time. This isn't just empathy. It's your natural healing abilities picking up on where healing is needed. Your healing abilities show up in everyday life in simple ways. You might find that children and animals are naturally drawn to you. When someone's upset, they calm down just by being near you. Your hugs might seem to carry special comfort. People often tell you they feel lighter or clearer after spending time with you. These aren't coincidences. They're signs of your natural healing energy at work. One interesting thing about being an energy healer is that you probably started healing others long before you realized what you were doing. Maybe you've always been the friend who knows exactly where to put their hands when someone has a headache. Or perhaps people often fall asleep or feel deeply relaxed when you're around. Your healing energy flows naturally, whether you're conscious of it or not. Many energy healers struggle with feeling drained because they're constantly picking up on other people's energy. If this sounds like you, it's important to understand that feeling others' pain doesn't mean you have to carry it. Learning to set energy boundaries is just as important as using your healing gifts. Think of yourself as a channel for healing energy, not a sponge that absorbs everything. Your sensitivity to energy isn't a weakness. It's one of your greatest strengths. You can often sense what others need before they even say anything. This makes you incredibly effective at helping others, but it also means you need to take extra care of your own energy. Regular time in nature, meditation, or whatever helps you feel renewed isn't just nice to have. It's essential. Being an energy healer gives you a unique role in today's world. In a time when many people are dealing with stress, anxiety, and emotional pain, your natural ability to help others heal and find peace is invaluable. You don't need fancy techniques or certificates to make a difference. Your presence alone can help shift the energy around you in positive ways. It's important to understand that healing doesn't always look like what people expect. Sometimes your healing work happens through a kind word, a listening ear, or even through creative activities. You might heal through cooking, gardening, making art, or simply creating peaceful spaces. Whatever way your healing energy expresses itself is perfect and needed. Many energy healers find that their abilities grow stronger as they become more aware of them. You might start noticing more subtle energies around you. Colors might seem brighter, or you might become more aware of the energy in plants and crystals. These experiences are normal as your healing abilities develop. Trust your intuition about how to work with these growing abilities. Remember that being an energy healer doesn't mean you have to heal everyone all the time. It's okay to choose when and how to use your gifts. In fact, learning to manage your healing energy wisely makes you more effective when you do choose to help others. Your energy is precious, and learning to balance giving and receiving is part of your journey. Truth speakers have a special gift that's needed now more than ever. If you're this type of chosen one, you have an unshakable connection to truth. You can spot lies and fakeness from a mile away, and you feel a deep need to bring truth to light. This isn't about being judgmental. It's about helping clear away confusion so truth can shine through. When you're a truth speaker, you might find it literally impossible to go along with things that aren't true. Even if everyone else is pretending everything's fine, you can't help but point out what's really going on. This might have gotten you in trouble sometimes, but it's actually one of your most valuable gifts. You help others face reality when they'd rather look away. In your daily life, being a truth speaker means you naturally cut through confusion. When others are lost in complicated explanations or excuses, you see right to the heart of the matter. You might find yourself saying things like, "But isn't it really about?" And suddenly everyone can see what's really going on. Your words have a way of clearing the fog and helping others see clearly. One of the challenges truth speakers face is learning how to share truth in ways others can hear. You might have noticed that blurting out the truth doesn't always work, even though it's accurate. Part of your journey is learning to balance truth with kindness. This doesn't mean hiding or softening the truth. It means finding ways to share it that help others grow rather than shut down. You might notice that you can't pretend or play along with social games. Small talk feels painful, and you'd rather have one real conversation than 100 shallow ones. This isn't because you're antisocial. It's because your soul is dedicated to truth. You're here to help bring more honesty and authenticity into the world. As a truth speaker, you have a built-in truth detector. You can often tell when someone's being fake or dishonest, even if you can't explain how you know. This ability might make you uncomfortable sometimes, especially when you notice things others don't want to see. But remember, your ability to see truth is a gift that helps bring light to dark places. In group situations, you're often the one who says what everyone else is thinking but afraid to say. This role isn't always comfortable, but it's important. Your courage in speaking truth helps others find their own courage. When you speak up, you give others permission to be more honest too. True speakers often feel frustrated by how much dishonesty there is in the world. You might feel like you're constantly seeing through illusions that others accept without question. This can feel lonely sometimes, but remember that your ability to see and speak truth is helping create a more honest world. Every time you choose truth over pretense, you help shift the world toward greater authenticity. Your role isn't just about pointing out what's false. It's also about helping others connect with their own inner truth. When people are around you, they often find themselves being more honest than usual. Your presence encourages others to drop their masks and be real. This is healing work, even though it might not look like traditional healing. Being a truth speaker means you're also a guardian of integrity. You naturally understand that truth isn't just about words. It's about living in alignment with what's real and right. Your commitment to truth helps others remember the importance of living authentically. In a world full of fake news and surface-level connections, your dedication to deep truth is more valuable than ever. Light workers hold a special place among the chosen ones. If you're this type, you naturally bring light into dark situations. It's like you carry an inner sun that brightens up any room you walk into. People often tell you that they feel better just by being around you, and heavy atmospheres seem to lift when you're present. Being a light worker isn't just about being positive all the time. It's about carrying a frequency of light that helps transform lower energies into higher ones. You might notice that arguments tend to calm down when you're around, or that tense situations naturally become more peaceful in your presence. This isn't something you do on purpose. It's simply the effect your energy has on your surroundings. In everyday life, your light-working abilities show up in subtle but powerful ways. You might find that people naturally smile more around you, or that difficult conversations become easier when you're involved. Even on social media, your posts and comments tend to lift people's spirits and bring more light to online spaces. You're like a walking reminder that there's always light, even in the darkest times. One unique aspect of being a light worker is your ability to see the good in difficult situations. While others might get caught up in drama or negativity, you naturally focus on the potential for positive change. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about seeing beyond them to the opportunities for growth and transformation that they bring. Your presence has a way of raising the energy wherever you go. In a workplace, you might notice that the office feels lighter and more productive when you're there. At family gatherings, tensions ease and people get along better. Even in crowded places like stores or public transport, you might notice people around you becoming calmer and more cheerful. Sometimes being a light worker means you feel the heaviness of the world deeply. You're aware of the darkness that exists, but instead of getting pulled down by it, you feel called to shine even brighter. Your natural response to negativity isn't to fight it directly, but to increase the light you carry. This is how you help transform the world, not by battling darkness, but by being a steady source of light. As a light worker, you might sometimes feel tired from constantly transmuting heavy energies into lighter ones. It's important to understand that while your light never runs out, your human body needs regular recharging. Spending time in sunlight, connecting with nature, or doing things that bring you joy isn't just self-care. It's essential maintenance for your light working abilities. You have a special way of helping others remember their own light. When people spend time with you, they often reconnect with their own inner brightness. They might start remembering old dreams they'd given up on, or feel inspired to make positive changes in their lives. Your energy acts like a spark that helps rekindle others' inner flame. Light workers often find themselves drawn to create beautiful, uplifting spaces. You might have a talent for making your home feel warm and welcoming, or for turning workspaces into places where people feel inspired. This isn't just about decoration. It's about creating environments where light can flow freely and touch everyone who enters. Your role in today's world is crucial. In times when many people feel overwhelmed by negativity, your natural ability to hold and share light helps maintain balance. Every interaction where you share your light, every moment when your presence helps shift energy from heavy to light, contributes to the overall brightening of human consciousness. Bridge builders are master connectors in the world of chosen ones. If you're this type, you have an amazing ability to bring different kinds of people together and help them understand each other. You can see all sides of a situation, and you naturally know how to translate between different viewpoints so everyone feels heard and understood. What makes bridge builders special is their ability to stay neutral while helping others connect. You might find yourself being friends with people from very different backgrounds, beliefs, or lifestyles. While others might see these differences as barriers, you see them as opportunities to create understanding. You're comfortable in many different worlds, and you help others feel comfortable too. In your daily life, you often find yourself explaining one person's perspective to another. You have a gift for helping people see beyond their initial judgments and connect with others they might usually avoid. This isn't about changing anyone's beliefs. It's about creating space for different truths to exist together and finding the common ground that everyone shares. One of your natural talents is spotting the hidden connections between seemingly different things. You might notice patterns that link different cultures, beliefs, or ways of thinking. This helps you create bridges of understanding where others only see gaps. Your mind naturally works like a network, connecting dots that others don't even see. Being a bridge builder means you're often in situations where you need to balance different energies. You might find yourself mediating conflicts, whether in your family, workplace, or community. People trust you because they can sense that you're not taking sides. You're truly interested in helping everyone understand each other better. Sometimes your bridge building work happens through stories. You have a way of sharing experiences and insights that helps people relate to situations they've never been in. When you talk about your own life or share what you've learned, you naturally create bridges between different experiences and help others see life from new perspectives. Bridge builders often feel called to work with different groups or communities. You might find yourself involved in projects that bring different cultures together, or in situations where communication is broken down. Your presence helps create safe spaces where people can start talking to each other again and finding ways to work together. Your ability to see multiple perspectives can sometimes make you feel like you don't fully belong anywhere. But this is actually part of your gift. By not being locked into one way of seeing things, you can help others expand their viewpoints too. Your role isn't to pick a side, but to help create understanding between all sides. One challenge bridge builders face is maintaining their own center while connecting others. It's important to remember that being a bridge doesn't mean losing yourself. In fact, the stronger your own foundation, the better you can help others connect. Taking time to ground yourself and maintain your own balance makes you a stronger bridge for others. The world needs bridge builders now more than ever. In times when people seem increasingly divided, your ability to create understanding and connection is precious. Every bridge you build, every connection you help create contributes to healing the separations between people and bringing humanity closer together. Sacred warriors bring a powerful energy to the community of chosen ones. If you're this type, you have an unwavering commitment to protecting what's right and standing up against what's wrong. You're not afraid to fight for truth and justice, but you do it from a place of love and higher purpose, not anger or revenge. As a sacred warrior, you have a strong sense of what's right and what needs to change in the world. You feel deeply called to protect those who can't protect themselves, whether that's people, animals, or the environment. This isn't just about fighting against things. It's about standing strong for what you believe in and being willing to take action when others might stay quiet. In your daily life, being a sacred warrior shows up in how you handle injustice and unfairness. You might find yourself speaking up in meetings when something isn't right, defending someone who's being treated unfairly, or taking action to change systems that aren't working. You have a natural courage that others admire and draw strength from. What makes sacred warriors unique is their combination of strength and compassion. You're not just fighting against things, you're fighting for a better world. Even when you're dealing with difficult situations or opposing something wrong, you maintain a connection to love and higher purpose. This helps you stay effective without becoming bitter or burned out. You might notice that you're often the first one to notice when something isn't right and the first one willing to do something about it. While others might hope someone else will handle a problem, you feel a responsibility to take action. This isn't about being aggressive. It's about having the courage to stand up for what's right, even when it's not easy. Sacred warriors often feel a strong connection to justice and fairness. You have a natural understanding of right action and how to stand up for truth in powerful ways. When you see something wrong happening, you feel it in your whole body, and you know you can't just look away. This deep connection to justice guides your actions and helps you know when and how to take a stand. One important aspect of being a sacred warrior is knowing how to choose your battles wisely. You might feel called to fight many different causes, but part of your wisdom is learning which situations truly need your warrior energy. This isn't about backing down. It's about using your strength where it can have the most positive impact. Your presence often gives others courage to stand up too. When you take a stand for what's right, you show others that it's possible to face challenges and create change. Your example helps others find their own inner warrior and their own courage to stand up for what they believe in. Sacred warriors need to remember to balance their fighting spirit with self-care. Your warrior energy is powerful, but it needs to be sustained through connection with your higher purpose and through practices that keep you centered and strong. This might include meditation, physical exercise, or spending time in nature. Whatever helps you maintain your warrior spirit in a healthy way. In today's world, sacred warriors play a crucial role in protecting truth and justice. Your willingness to stand up for what's right, combined with your connection to higher purpose, helps create positive change in powerful ways. Every time you take a stand for truth and justice, you help strengthen the forces of light in the world. Wisdom keepers carry ancient knowledge in their souls. If you're this type of chosen one, you've probably been called an old soul throughout your life. People often say you have wisdom beyond your years, and you find yourself understanding deep truths about life that others take decades to learn. What makes wisdom keepers special is their natural connection to ancient knowledge. You might find yourself knowing things you never formally learned. Sometimes you say things that surprise even you with their depth and insight. It's like you're accessing a library of wisdom that's been stored in your soul across many lifetimes. In daily life, your wisdom shows up in practical ways. You often see the bigger picture in situations where others get lost in details. You might notice that you understand the deeper meaning behind events and experiences, seeing them as part of larger patterns and cycles. This helps you guide others through difficult times with a deeper perspective. Wisdom keepers often feel a strong connection to traditional knowledge and ancient practices. You might be drawn to studying old traditions, healing methods, or spiritual practices. But more than just learning about these things, you seem to remember them, as if you're reconnecting with knowledge you've always had. Your presence brings a sense of depth to conversations and situations. When you speak, people tend to listen because they sense the weight of wisdom in your words. Even if you're younger than others in the room, your insights carry an authority that comes from deep understanding rather than age or position. One unique aspect of being a wisdom keeper is your ability to connect past, present, and future. You understand how old wisdom applies to modern problems, and you can help others bridge the gap between traditional knowledge and contemporary challenges. This makes you particularly valuable in times of change and transformation. Sometimes being a wisdom keeper means you feel out of step with modern society's fast pace and surface-level concerns. You're naturally drawn to deeper questions and timeless truths. This isn't a weakness, it's part of your gift. Your connection to deeper wisdom helps remind others that there's more to life than what's trending right now. As a wisdom keeper, you have a special role in preserving and sharing important knowledge. This isn't just about remembering facts. It's about keeping alive ways of understanding and being that humanity needs to remember. Through your words and actions, you help others reconnect with wisdom that might otherwise be lost. Many wisdom keepers find themselves teaching or mentoring others, whether formally or informally. People naturally come to you for guidance because they sense your deep understanding of life's mysteries. When you share your insights, you're not just giving advice. You're helping others connect with ancient wisdom in ways they can understand and use. Your role in today's world is especially important as many people seek deeper meaning and understanding. Your connection to timeless wisdom helps provide guidance and perspective in confusing times. Every piece of wisdom you share helps keep important knowledge alive and available for those who need it. Pattern seers have a remarkable ability to notice connections that others miss. If you're this type of chosen one, you see the world as an interconnected web of meanings and relationships. Where others see random events, you see meaningful patterns and important messages. Your gift as a pattern seer goes beyond just noticing coincidences. You understand the deeper meaning behind recurring events, numbers, or symbols that show up in your life and the lives of others. This isn't about superstition. It's about recognizing the intelligent design behind seemingly random occurrences. In everyday life, being a pattern seer means you're constantly noticing meaningful connections. You might see how different parts of someone's life reflect each other, or how events that seem unrelated are actually part of a larger pattern. This helps you guide others to understand the deeper meaning in their experiences. One special ability of pattern seers is seeing how past events connect to present situations. You often notice how things that happened earlier created the conditions for current experiences. This helps you help others understand their life journeys and make better choices for their futures. Pattern seers often feel like they're reading a hidden language in everyday events. You might notice that certain numbers, animals, or situations keep appearing when specific messages need to be understood. Your ability to interpret these patterns helps others see the guidance that's always around them. Your way of seeing patterns helps you understand timing in a unique way. You often know when it's the right time for action and when it's better to wait. This isn't just intuition. It's based on your ability to see how different cycles and patterns interact with each other. Sometimes being a pattern seer means you get overwhelmed by all the connections you notice. It can feel like everything is significant and meaningful, Learning to focus on the most important patterns and let go of less significant ones is part of developing your gift. Love spreaders bring a special warmth to the family of chosen ones. If you're this type, you have an amazing ability to help people open their hearts and feel loved. It's not just about being kind. You actually raise the love vibration wherever you go, helping people remember how to connect with each other from the heart. In your everyday life, your love-spreading abilities show up in countless small ways. You might notice that people feel safe opening up to you about their feelings. Even strangers might share their stories with you because they can feel your loving energy. You have a way of making people feel accepted and cared for just by being yourself. What makes love spreaders unique is their ability to maintain their heart connection even in difficult situations. When others get caught up in anger or fear, you naturally respond with love and understanding. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about approaching them with an open heart and helping others do the same. You might find that you're often the one bringing people together, creating harmony in groups, and helping others see the best in each other. Your presence has a way of softening hearts and reminding people of their connection to each other. When you enter a room, the energy often becomes warmer and more welcoming. Love spreaders have a special gift for healing relationship wounds. You can often see the love that exists between people, even when they're in conflict. Your natural ability to hold space for both sides and remind them of their heart connection helps heal misunderstandings and bring people back together. One challenge love spreaders face is remembering to include themselves in the circle of love they create. You might be so focused on spreading love to others that you forget to nurture yourself. Learning to receive love as freely as you give it is an important part of your journey. Way showers are the pioneers among chosen ones. If you're this type, you naturally go first where others fear to tread. You're not afraid to walk new paths and show others what's possible. Your very life becomes an example that inspires others to break free from limitations and explore new possibilities. Being a way shower means you often find yourself doing things differently from the crowd. You might be the first in your family to choose an unconventional path, or the first in your community to embrace new ways of thinking or living. This isn't about being rebellious. It's about following your inner guidance to create new possibilities. In daily life, your way-showing abilities appear in how you approach challenges. While others might see obstacles as dead ends, you naturally find new ways forward. You have a gift for turning problems into opportunities and showing others that there are always more possibilities than they might think. What makes way showers special is their courage to live authentically, even when it means going against the norm. You understand that by living true to yourself, you help create paths for others to follow. Your willingness to be different and try new things helps expand what others believe is possible. Way showers often feel a strong inner push to explore unknown territory, whether that's in their personal life, career, or spiritual journey. You might find yourself drawn to try things that others consider impossible or impractical. Your successes help prove that new ways are possible. As we wrap up our exploration of these different types of chosen ones, remember that you might recognize yourself in several of these descriptions. Many chosen ones carry multiple gifts, and that's perfectly natural. The important thing isn't fitting perfectly into one category. It's understanding and embracing your unique combination of gifts. Your awakening to these truths about yourself isn't random. More and more chosen ones are waking up right now because the world needs their gifts. Whether you're a healer bringing comfort to others, a truth speaker clearing away confusion, or any combination of these sacred roles, your gifts are needed and valuable. Remember that being a chosen one isn't about being better than others. It's about having a specific role to play in helping humanity evolve. Each type brings something unique and essential to the whole. Together, all chosen ones are helping create positive change in the world. Take some time to reflect on which types resonated most strongly with you. Notice how your gifts have already been showing up in your life, even if you didn't recognize them before. This awareness will help you use your gifts more consciously and effectively. Your journey of awakening to your true identity is just beginning. As you embrace your gifts and start using them more intentionally, you'll discover even more about who you are and why you're here. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be, and your understanding will continue to grow. The world needs chosen ones like you now more than ever. Your gifts, your sensitivity, your unique way of being, they're all part of a bigger plan to help humanity evolve. By embracing who you truly are, you help create positive change that ripples out far beyond what you can see. Thank you for being here, for awakening to your truth, and for having the courage to be who you really are. The world is brighter because you're in it, sharing your unique gifts in your own special way. Keep shining your light. Keep trusting your path. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Let me know in the comments which type of chosen one you most relate to, or if you see yourself as a combination of several types. Your sharing helps others understand their own gifts better too. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights about awakening to your true identity. Until next time, keep embracing your unique gifts and sharing them with the world. The light within you is needed and appreciated more than you know.